Hey. Okay, so all right. So we're back. I got the. It's so funny. You know, made a few adjustments from yesterday. One of which is to turn off that overhead mic because I was getting an echo effect between my body mic and that one. So hopefully the audio is a little better. And I turned up the gain on this mic a little bit too because whatever was coming through the system there was pretty low, I thought. So anyway, if my voice peaks or something or distorts, I'll check that out. We'll adjust accordingly later. So recap yesterday, unboxed the initial giant box of the Alesis Strike kit that I got 10 months ago, maybe a little less. Finally opened it. Got all the boxes out of the box. All those. Actually, you can see it better through this other cam that I will. Not really. They're kind of scattered. Anyway, we'll get there. So I got that set up. I got those guys unpacked. I went as far as putting the support frame together. Why is this so tight? What's going on? All right. And then put the ceremonial drum stool, the throne, in place. So that's as far as I got yesterday before dinner time hit. So I'm going to try to crack open these next few fellas and start opening those up. We'll get to it. But first, of course, I must put some music on in the background, which, again, will probably be a copyright violation of some sort and get the audio on this blocked out. But I don't care. I'm just doing this for fun. I don't really have any goal to gain followers or monetize this. I mean, who would want money? Anyway, let's see. Oh, you know what? We were listening to Joe Cocker yesterday, and we only got through 3 sides. So I'm going to go put on the 4th side. I don't know how well the audio is going to translate because you'll only be hearing it through this mic tonight. But it'll make me happy. It'll keep me whistling while I work, as I like to say. So stand by. Hi, Mindy. Yeah, so I think you might be my first actual viewer. So, yeah, I'm putting together Lisa's Strike program. You think the drum kit's terrible. When do you hear me try to play it? That's going to be the key thing. So, anyway, I don't. Can you even hear the music in the background? I don't know. Anyway, Can you even hear the Joe Cocker playing in the background? There we go. All right. So I've got this overhead camera. Eventually it'll be cool because eventually it'll be like, oh, look at this overhead shot of this dude drumming. Yeah, the Joe Cocker's great. Whoop, I can't even see myself. There I am. The Joe Cocker's great and all, but this audio, when this video finishes up, it'll probably get muted or flagged for copyright violations. But I don't really care because I'm just doing this for fun, so who cares? Okay, so far, I'll go this way. So far, I've managed to do this much of the 9-10 step process on one step. So, you know, I should get this done in about a month. Right, so I'm supposed to put these little parts here, these F's. No, wait, these things. These. Oh, I did two. Yes, F's. These parts are F. And don't worry, I won't be insulted if you go, this is so fucking boring. Goodbye. In a different place. Ooh, vertigo. What the hell? I'm trying to figure out which ways I can actually tilt this thing. It's pretty fun. Oh, look at that. Oh. Okay, now we're talking. Okay, I think I got something here. Okay, I have some semblance of an angle that might work. Oh, now I've lost the signal. Ba, ba, da, ba, 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 ba. So do 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 do. While you All right, so maybe that'll work. Ba 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 ba.
Request from Bobby Keys. Finding Wellington. Let's get stoned.
Oh, stone, go stone. Mm-hmm. Let's go.
She won't let me in. I've got the blues, baby. I'm gonna buy a $50
Do 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 do. Ba-da-da. I gotta flip this upside down. I wonder if I can flip this upside down. If I can flip this 180. Aha! Now if I make it a little higher now, I can see it. Okay. That's better. At least I'm in like the frame. Okay. Let's go get snow. Are these thicker? Let's go get snow. Whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah. Well, they're apparently the same. So. I'm just roughly placing these because obviously once I put the actual hardware on, I have a better sense. Like this is already uneven and wobbly. I'll have to figure that out. I'm not going to worry about it just yet. I'm going to do it later when there's tons of hardware on it, so it's 10 times harder to move stuff around. Because that's how I operate. Ballsy and bold. Wow, I've already listened to the fourth side of Joe Cocker's Mad Dogs and Englishmen. I'm just I have to put something else on. Let's see what's next. Basically, I just rediscovered my vinyl collection because I had a bunch of albums that were just languishing in storage, and like about a year and a half ago, bought a decent turntable. I was like, oh yeah, I should have this. Then never opened it. And then just a few months ago, when I started this project of turning the garage into something of a media studio, I guess, broke it out and just started listening to the vinyl albums that I managed to still hold on to for whatever reason. It's fun. It's good stuff, guys. It's magic. It's all about magic. Okay, that's good enough. So I have to pick my next piece of music. Oh my goodness. Great googly moogly. I'm going to throw away this styrofoam as I go so it doesn't overwhelm me. Let's go get stoned. Yeah, yeah, yeah. seeing this camera on there, you know? It's like, do 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 do. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed Mad Dogs and Englishmen. I'm not sure what I'm playing next. I'm just going to basically take whatever's next on the pile because I'm just kind of listening to all these records. Kind of like, oh, that was a good one. Hey, that one's warped. I should probably get rid of it. That sort of thing. So let's see what's next on the list. Okay. Oh yeah, this should be good. This is good. This is something that's like made to listen to on vinyl right here. Right? That's what I'm going to put on in the background while I'm working. This does not suck. This was my dad's. This album belonged to my dad. And I remember having a dinner conversation when I was young, very young, like little, complaining about people that sang yelling. And my dad put this on and said, "You call this yelling?" And I was like, "No, this is pretty great." long year. Do 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 do. I'm gonna go inside with these rod installations because the less I push the kit this way, the less I'll have to pull the kit this way to make room. So I'm gonna put these. I'll show you what I mean when I grab them here. China food. I'll show you what I mean. So, these guys right here, these L-shaped mother effers, anyway, you can post them in here either going from this side of the kit, right, or from this side of the outside of the kit. I'm going to do it from the inside just because the more I push stuff to the outside, for now anyway, the more I have to pull the kit into the room to make room for it. So we'll see. I'd rather just have to pull my chair back to reach everything properly than have to pull the kit out further into the room. So I have so much room to work with. That's what I call it, room. So I'm doing them like this. There's a lot of finesse to the setup, I'm sure, once I actually put all the hardware on it and get a feel for the space. Again, I'm not a little guy, so I'm gonna have to spread stuff out a little bit. I'm not short either. I'm not super tall, but this ball may need to come up a bit. I don't know. We'll see. Uno. Well, it's 1 of 3. 1 of 3. Sir, you have me at a disadvantage. You're like, hello, good looking. And I'm like, hello, I'm assumed very, absolutely, passably acceptable looking. I don't know. Ooh, this is erotic. Man. Insert tab A into slot B. Alright, uno, dos. Tres. Can you guys see this one? No, you can't. Can you see this one? Not particularly. Not particularly. Just get on board. Well, all you need is faith. Hear the diesel humming. Don't need no ticket. Just thank the Lord. Ooh. That's nice to hear at 51. Damn. We're all of our own worst critics, I think, when it comes to how we look, particularly as we age. So it's nice to hear there some folks out there who are like, hey, handsome. I just feel like a goofy guy. So I appreciate it. Everybody should get that ego boost. Like, everybody should go online and then have people come on and say, hey, hot stuff. The world would be a happier place if the internet consisted mostly of people going online and seeing other people and telling them just how hot they are. Like, that would be... Especially as I hang out here in my garage in my slippers. Alright, so the next part here. This is where it starts to get the parts like, oh, these are like drum parts that I'm not familiar with. I wish I had, like, I used to have a band way back in college in the early 90s. Back in the early 90s. And I had a great drummer. We're still friends online, and we see each other every once in a blue moon. I should have him here right now doing this. Just, hey, Bryce, how do you put this together, man? What is this part? No ticket, just thank the Lord. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, looks like this is already kind of... Ooh, look at it. Making sure I'm putting the right part together here. Okay. This does this. This unscrews here. And it, oh, look at that. Okay. And then it extends a bit, and then I'm going to tighten it so it doesn't flippity flop. And then, of course, this. All right. Oh, I get it. It's quite simple, really. These are so cleverly designed. It's probably decades and decades and generations of finessing this sort of hardware to the point of, like, yeah, like, I'm just going to put it like that for now. I'm not going to put it that high yet. I will later. I'll just want to get it in place, and then we'll finesse it later. Doobie 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 doo. Ba 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 da doo. Can you hear the music? Because I've only got this one mic on me, and the music's far on the other side of the room in this echoey. I should probably stay actually on camera a bit, so I'm not just making people look at a blank screen.
That's okay. I'll be streaming. You just come back and whenever. I mean, I'm just doing this for fun. I'm not trying to monetize this or gain any viewers. Nice to have you. Come by. At the very least, it's nice to just know there's a human being out there and I'm just talking to myself like a crazy person. You too, potentially beautiful? I don't know, I can't see you. Do 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 do. Babazoo babazoo. Oh, it's starting to look, if not like a drum kit. Ba-da-do-do-ba-da-do-do-ba. Not entirely like a drum kit. It's starting to look like a set piece of like sort of a prop or a set dressing from a science fiction movie. So even that in and of itself, to me, is kind of impressive. Okay. I have this ceiling mount thing that I bought for later uses, for other uses, that is applying itself quite nicely to this situation. So that's kind of cool. A Scooby-Dab, a Scooby-Dab, a Scooby-Dab, a Scoob. Ba-da-doodle-ba-da-doodle-ba. Hoo-hoo. Okay, I'm excited. It's starting to look drum-esque, kid-esque. You make me feel. I can't really sing at full volume. I'm afraid I'll wake the neighbors and frighten the children. A woman who scuba bop doo, baby what you done to me? Ooh, I get to start breaking out the actual, kits, drum parts. But first I'm going to throw out this plastic bag because I'm trying to throw these out as I go, so I keep my workspace relatively. I should have told John Diedenhofen that I was doing this so he could watch and laugh at me. Not just because I'm so inept at it, but because he knows how long I've had this kit sitting in my garage. Feel like a natural woman. I'll put it on the other side of Aretha before I run out to the rubbage land of rubbish. Dooba 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 doo. All right. 8-inch, 10-inch, 12-inch toms. 8-inch, 10-inch, 12-inch toms. Let's do it in that order. Let's do it right. I'm going to tilt over here. Here they are. Well, here are the boxes for them anyway. That's the 8-inch drum pad we're going to start with, okay? This is our first official drum pad that we're cutting open. Wait, John, what's his name? Who came on here? Sean? John? Man, 3 a.m. you have to get up at? Ugh. What do you do for a living, my friend? And if you say international assassin, you should live stream. Woo! Oh, it's my first. I never grew up wanting to play drums per se. It wasn't a thing. It's really a means to an end. I just want to play around for fun, but also record some songs that I've written over the years. Look at this piece of hardware. It's so... Oh, it's lovely. Look at that. Again, I'm just throwing these things on here. I have no idea about the height or the positioning of them yet or any of that junk. Like how high I'm going to put them. I'm just getting everything in place, and then we'll worry about that. Like that is obviously angled badly. So I'm going to address that right now because it's silly. These mesh heads are really fascinating. That's how you get, they're almost like little trampolines, aren't they? So you're able to get the same kind of roll that you get on a, or something close to the kind of roll you get on a traditional drum head. Nice. Okay. No, he's fine. He has nothing to fear. Then again, the guy can barely walk, so I may actually technically be a better drummer than him right now. God love him. Also, hi Jason. Jason, I forget, do you play music? Like, do you do music-y stuff, singy, instrumental-y stuff? I vaguely remember. Were you into that scene? It is. I'm going to get this set up better over time here, but I have to go like back and forth to say, what did somebody write? I'll talk here. This is the best camera. Because I also have this. This situation, but I'm behind the words. So, anyway. Can you hear the music behind me, Jason? All right, next piece here. We've got our 8-inch. Now we're putting in the 10-inch. Ooh, baby, baby. Da 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 da. Ooh. This is like the last one that I showed everybody, but it's 10 inches. Where's the camera on this? Right there? I keep forgetting where to look. You think after doing years of self-tapes, I'd be just more natural at this, but I'm not. So, it's 10 inches. Everybody, only one thing better than an 8-inch, it's a 10-inch. No, 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 no. Again, I will be finessing the placement of these things as we go, but this obviously is not situated. But just to get all the pieces in place here, roughly. This is that time when I wish I had my old drummer, a good buddy, who's like a drum guy going, well, you don't want to do that because later it'll snag on your sticks, and you know, they know all that stuff. All right, so we've got the 8-inch, we got the 10-inch. Hold on, we got to do a quick. I only snagged my sticks twice. That's professional. All right. So we got the 8-inch, we got the 10-inch. Do we have any bets as to what the next size is? Guess. Reveal. This video is basically like an unboxing, but 10,000 boxes that are exactly the same thing. Now, I mentioned yesterday to all the thousands of people that were watching this stream that this is the Alesis Strike kit, not the Alesis Strike Pro. The Alesis Strike Pro kit is basically the same kit that comes with an additional tom and 2 additional 14-inch cymbals. But I bought this as part of a package that threw in a free 14-inch cymbal and a snare stand and a hi-hat stand and pedals and for free. So they threw it in. So it's basically not Alesis Strike Pro, but it's 1/3 of an Alesis Strike Pro. Well, if I practice enough, maybe I'll be able to pull off Hot for Teacher. I doubt it. It's not. Well, you never know. You never know, because that's a great. You know. I guess it sounds like Hot for Teacher if you like played it on a pillow, because right now these aren't plugged into anything, right? Bo 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 bo. Here we go. Funny thing is, like, part of what I liked about this as an E-kit, which I bought partly for price, partly for the maintenance and replacement parts involved in like an acoustic kit, but mostly, of course, the volume of an acoustic kit. So because I'm in a neighborhood, I have a family, so I want to be able to have something that probably, for the most part, won't annoy people while I'm learning to play and playing and recording. And so as E-kits go, though, these Alesis, they're gorgeous. I mean, you know, they're really lovely looking. They aren't just like, back in the 80s, the electric kits we had were all black and rubber and octagonal. These are lovely. Okay. Once again, rough placement. Just a rough placement. I won't know till I... Yeah. Okay. Fun. Okay. Bye, Jason, if you haven't already left. Bye. Boo, 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 boo. So it's very possible that I'm all alone again. I don't know that anybody's watching anymore. Boo, 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 boo. Bow, 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 bow. It'd be nice to get all the hardware on tonight, and then tomorrow I can, or the next time I can actually sit down and start adjusting and plug in the brains and see if we can make some noise with this thing. So I've got these 8-inch, 10-inch, 12-inch all on there. So I got the 8-inch, the 10-inch, and the 12-inch in place. I'm going to throw out the boxes so I'm not burying myself in boxes, and I'll be right back. Enjoy the Aretha Franklin, guys, while I step away. Ba 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 ba. Let's see if these are even remotely in a decent height or whatever. I don't know. Well, they're definitely low. I want to angle them more like this, and I want them up higher. Because I don't want to have to. So I'll probably get them up as high as I can get them. Are you appreciating how many times I'm actually clicking the sticks and the rim by accident? That's a person who doesn't know how to play drums roll. Oh, my Aretha Franklin finished. Okay. It's a horror show. I mean, I'm not vain in the classic sense. Oh, here we go. This will separate the... For our next selection, I will be putting on the vinyl of Prince,
I don't know what condition these records are in, because I've just been carting around with me for decades. Some of them are older than I am, and I'm not young. No mo. Ba-dum, bam, ba-dum, ba-dum, bam. Here we go. I could be a member of his band. Basically. Anyway. Yeah. Controversy. Controversy. All right, what's next? What's next? I feel like I've done a lot, and yet there's so many boxes left. Okay, so we're going to do the 14-inch cymbal pad, 14-inch cymbal. And the 16-inch ride. Yes. Cymbal. Cymbal ride. Cymbal ride. Okay. I think eventually I'm going to put the ride over here. I think. We'll see how it feels. I'm not sure. But for now, let's get everything in place. Let's just get everything. So this is the 14-inch cymbal. I'll have my skylight this one out. Bam! Okay, that's better. Controversy. Controversy. Yeah. Some people wanna die so we can be free. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Do, do, do. All right, it's pretty straightforward. Oh, wow. These really are interesting to me because they are heavier and thicker than cymbals in real world cymbals. So I don't really know how they feel when you're playing them, and it seems like you gotta whack them harder than to get the same feel that you would get from a real cymbal. But we shall see. We shall see. This won't fit right away because I'll probably have to scooch the whole kit back at some point. So I'll probably put them this way. Do I have 2 layers of felt here? Is this one big honking piece of felt? Okay. Wait, let me just make sure. Controversy. The felt goes on top. Okay. Boop, 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 boop.
I'm going to have the foresight to place it so that the Alesis logo is facing me when I'm sitting on the throne, because it looks like the plug-in will want to go through the back. So I'm gonna, my theory is that's the way I should do this, so it's roughly facing me. Also, I don't know how tight to make this, like, the amount of tightness translates into how flippity-floppity this part is when you're hitting it, you know? So that might be a feel thing later. Oh, yeah. Do. Controversy. Do. Okay, now the I got a pizza. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Ba-da-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Scooby-Dooby-Dooby. Controversy. Controversy. Oh, this is way bigger. Funny what a few inches can do. Yeah. I mean, this was a 14-inch, and this is a 16-inch, but they really feel much more massive than you'd think a couple of inches would. Controversy. Again, this one has two plugs. I will find out later why that is. But again, I'm going to use the operating theory of having the logo face me as I'm sitting in the throne. I will definitely be adjusting these down the line. Let me see if I can shorten this up. I want to tilt them a little towards me again. All right. Is all you really need? Okay, so I really am going to need to consult with some drummer friends to tell me about the ergonomics of this situation a little better, but that's okay. Okay. All right. Roughly, the cymbals, 8, 12, 14, No, 8, 10, 14 inch drum heads are in. 12 and 14 inch. Yes, I got the 8, the 10, the 12 inch toms in. I got the 12 inch and the 14 inch in here. Sorry, the 14 inch crash and the 16 inch ride. Don't have my glasses on. Ooh, now I get to set up the snare drum. Okay, so I'm gonna throw this away. So stand by. I'll be back. Here we are. All right, so the next step is the snare drum rack. It's the little stand, the little table on which to put the snare drum. That's where it lives. Do me, baby. I broke it. Okay, I didn't break it. Second can't take no more. Do me, baby. Hey, oh, like you never done before. Brr, 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 brr. Can't take no moss. Putting that there in violation of all drum care laws. Ooh. What you do, what you do, what you do. Give me, baby. for this. Again, eyeballing the height here. Do 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 do. Eyeballing the height. All right. L. All right. Many would consider this to be the hero of the drum kit. This is the snare right here, or the 14-inch drum pad that serves as the snare in the way these things work. Do me, baby, yeah, 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 do me, baby. Ba 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 do do do. Widen this up a little bit to accommodate putting the snare in place, and then tighten it. Just squeeze it into place. And then it ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere, boys. That ain't going nowhere. Okay. All right. Snare in place. I'm going to give it just a vague, how's this feel test. Maybe it needs to be lower. Like I'm going to need to turn those, tilt those down and bring them up and tilt them down so that I can just go, you know. Yeah, I'm going to need to, I think what I need to do is put these up as high as I like them and then adjust the snare to feel. Yeah, because if I'm coming off the snare, I'm like clunk, clunk, clunk. The other nice thing about the Lisa Strike kit is that, like I said, I've got an extra 14-inch, an extra 14-inch. So that's basically, you know, 1/3 of the extras you get in a Strike Pro kit. So basically I would only need another 14-inch and then another 14-inch tom, no, 12-inch tom? 12-inch, 8, 10, 12, 14, 12-inch tom to go here, and then I'd have a pro kit. So the nice thing is you can just when you're ready, upgrade as you go. When you feel like you're ready, which I am not. And also, I don't want this thing to get too big in this room anyway, so, or much bigger. This is pretty big. I mean, this is pretty big, guys. This is pretty big. I'm probably gonna make this lower. I feel like this needs to be lower for now, and then we'll figure out later. That might be well enough here. Yeah, I'm still gonna do these higher. That's probably a good, maybe a little flatter, like maybe I angle it less. Don't know. All right. I'm going to turn on side 2 of Prince's Controversy while we put together the rest of this thing here. I'm on the home stretch. I don't think I'll do much more tonight. I'm not going to get into all the wires and the brain. This is the fun part. Tonight is the fun part. Like last night, I just set up the frame. Tonight you actually get to put the parts you hit onto it. That's kind of fun. But then tomorrow night will be the technical, put together the brain, the outfit. Again, I'm going to toss this, get it out of the way, and I'll be back. It's looking like an actual drum set. Just about. Now I already got a hi-hat stand assembled because the Alesis Strike Kit does not come with a hi-hat stand. It's one of the things not included. The hi-hat cymbals are included, but not the stand. So this came separately as part of the overall package that I got for free. So I basically got this for free. It's kind of we'll throw in a hi-hat stand for free. That's how that works. So that's already assembled. Didn't mean to cheat you out of that experience. Okay, let me adjust this. So this is the hi-hat piece. Here we go. I should actually look at this one pretty closely because there's mechanisms involved. Do that. Oh, that's helpful. Okay, so this is gonna come off, obviously. This is the little, and there's the felt pad. And then we put the underbelly. Like this. And then this little wire. So this is the underside of the hi-hat, the bottom plate, as it were. And this little wire that I'm going to Yeah. Sorry, it's two-hand job. that's what she said. And then this drops through the hole that every cymbal, every hi-hat has had since the dawn of drums. The proverbial hole in the bottom of the... Not true, it's only something for E-drums. And then I put the springy part, this part. This springy boingy boingy. The boingy boingy. Oh, what is that? There's another little thing. Stand by. Okay. This plate here. This goes here like this. And then this goes in here like that. It looks slightly different than the picture, but I think that's because they've updated the equipment or whatever, the design since this brochure was made. Do 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 what the world. Okay, not 100% sure I'm doing this part correct. Let's find out. Okay, sorry. Oh, I see. Then this plugs into that because, again, like E-drums. Undo this piece. Okay. This is the part I'm kind of figuring out as I go here. I think I'm doing this right. Let's see. Oh, I see. So if I can really get it nice and tight on here. And then bring it down into the groove. And then subsequently tighten it down here. To really make this rock solid. Yeah, I did. It looks like it replaces the part that came with the original hi-hat mechanism. Like this is probably, I can discard this or, you know, keep it in a drawer somewhere. Tightens onto the center column with this guy. And it's not working. What have I done wrong? Oh, because this isn't going up high enough, which means I need to make this go lower. I'm not doing this correctly. I feel like I need to revisit this. Okay, I'm gonna have to revisit that. I'm definitely doing it wrong. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I got all the pieces out of the hi-hat mechanism. I'm gonna go back to that. That might take me a little, pay more attention to what I'm doing and not have a video camera rolling. Do All right. I'm going to do the obligatory trip to the garbage can to get rid of this box. I will be back. Jack you So I'm going to come back and revisit this after I'm offline. Don't want to bore you too much. I mean, I know this is scintillating online content. All right. Now the monster box, while some would consider the snare to be the hero of a drum set, still others would argue that the true hero is the kick drum. And that was everything I liked about the Alesis Strike situation. While it's not a full-size kick drum, it emulates something a little more substantial than most E-drum kits. It gives you something kind of a hit, and it might possibly be upgradable to a full-size kick drum size thing. Not sure, don't really care, but I know they have a special edition of the Strike Pro kit that includes a life-sized kick drum looking situation that's lovely to look at, but I'm actually not interested in that. I think it would only be something like, oh, I'm going to play live with this kit. Then you'll kind of want it just for the visual aspect. But, or to give you something a little more substantial to whack against. But this is pretty good. Like, obviously it's about the same size, roughly, as the snare drum from a diameter standpoint. But it's still something physical and solid that you bam, bam, bam. This will be the real determiner of where the kit goes as far as into the room, how far into the room I place the kit, because you have to extend the front legs forward to give it some, allow it to prop against the floor, and depending on how much, how far those have to go, that'll push it away from the wall, and that'll determine how far the kit comes out. So we'll see. This is the biggest box inside of the big box. I'm getting a low power mode on this camera, so this camera's going to go out soon, which will probably be a good sign for me to sign off for the night. But in the meantime, now that Prince is finished, I'm going to put this on. Most of you have not heard this. Some of you might know who this guy is. Tony Banks. He's the keyboard and lifelong member of Genesis, one of my musical heroes. And this is a soundtrack he did for an extremely mediocre movie back in the late 70s, early 80s. 83. But it's a cool soundtrack. Side 1 is all synth stuff that he wrote. Right? And then side 2 are orchestral arrangements for the movie soundtrack of the pieces, or some of them are inspired by his pieces, depending on how you want to look at it. So I'm going to put that on in the background and probably sign off here in a little bit. I'm going to try to get the kick drum set up and then call it a night. I love this soundtrack. The keyboards are very 83 on the side 1. But I love it. I love what this guy did with keyboards and synths back in the 80s. I love these tunes. They're very of their time, but in my heart, they're timeless. And this record's in pretty good condition. Golly. I think I bought that when I lived here. So it's not as old as the other records. And definitely didn't get as much play because Alright, kick drum. Let's put together the kick drum, shall we? Boom, 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 boom. It is quite a good piece of hardware. It's solid. This bottom part here, metal. And oh boy, yeah. So it's easy to tell that I hit this part and this part faces outside because it's pretty in plastic. I don't need the spikies because I'm on a solid surface here. So I just use the rubber. When these come out, I use the drum key to pull these out further. Oh, I didn't see that. That's clever. Okay, hold on. Stand by. I just put the drum key here. Literally just move the drum key. Just eyeballing it again. I will make all these finesse adjustments on my own. I mean, I'm doing this all on my own, but I mean, without you guys having to sit there and watch me go 1 inch this way, 1 inch that way, centimeter this way, centimeter that way. Boring. I'll probably actually get a yardstick or a ruler out and measure like where I'm setting all these things. Like for instance, that's wrong. I feel like that side's longer than that side. But I'm not going to worry about it just yet. Okay. Close enough for now. It's very crooked. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna make this work, guys. I'm gonna make this work. At least for a temporary setup. Okay. Good enough. Good enough. All right. All this will be subject to adjustment later. The other thing that the Alesis kits don't come with are drum pedals. So, because of the great deal that I got, that was a package deal. It came with a free drum pedal. Came with this drum pedal. Which I've not opened yet. I've had it here for whatever, 9 months. Hee. Okay. So I'm going to use the beater that came with the drum set, but I also bought a smaller beater in case it was still too loud. An E-drum beater, something, a little baby beater. A little baby beater. Aw. Storbs. Da da da. Okay, that works. Oh, it comes with its own little drum key. Ah, that's cool. So I have a backup drum key down here. Mental note, if I ever lose this drum key, there's a secret hidden drum key actually attached to the drum pedal. I'm gonna put it in this bag with the backup beater. Which were the band members that Billy Vera kept in reserve, just in case. I'm not going to worry about all these minutia settings. I just want to get all the pieces in place. Now. I have to figure out how this attaches to that. How does this attach to that? Oh, this has a little... I see. Da, da, da. Okay. see. So this goes here. You guys can't see what I'm doing right now, but it's really impressive, and you would be very like, you're like, God, what a man, if you could see what I was doing right now. For those of you who tuned in last night, you'll remember that, oh, there it is. I was about to say, I remember that when I unpacked this little rubber slat, I said, later when I lose this, and I almost just lost it, but I found it. All's well. I'm going to actually take this out to do this part. Ooh, hey. Because it wants this to go underneath. Okay. Oh. Okay, so I've got it in place. I think I can tighten it later, but it is definitely in place. And that's all I'm going to put together tonight, or just tonight. Fix this later. But I'm going to sit down real quick and just vaguely see how it feels. I can already tell I'm going to have to rearrange these drum heads and the placement of this stuff. Like, this does not work correctly. This is too close. But I can make this work. Like, this isn't working correctly at all. But I'll get there. I'll get there. I'll figure it out. I think I want this lower too. Can I do this lower? I feel like I'm really having to reach for this. Well, that might have been part of my problem too. Now I've got like a... Well, hi-hat's kind of working correctly. So that's a good start. Tomorrow, or the next time I do this, I'll set up the brain of the outfit, and maybe we'll actually start making some drum type sounds on this thing. All right, so that's it. I'm gonna sign off.